Alright, so I'm chilling out on the skin for a bit. I like to let certain... Hold on, I can't get this stupid paint pot open. I like to let certain areas, after I work on them a little bit, just chill, you know, just let them dry, just let them totally cure or whatever. I'm just letting the paint dry, okay? I'm trying to get all fancy with my words. Like I said, this is why I don't do these kind of videos very often, because I'm not that charismatic or articulate or just, you know, whatever. I'm not a I don't even know. Anyway, so let's get to the next step. We're going to highlight about halfway down on this fur. Yes, fur. That's what it's called. Fur. This is a lighter gray than the grays we already used. I believe we started with German gray, then we highlighted with neutral gray, and now I'm using Vallejo Model Air light gray. This stuff is for an airbrush, but if you're gentle, that is, put very little on your brush, it makes for excellent layering or pseudo dry brushing, like so. Okay, so just from halfway up down, we're putting this lighter gray on there. You know, if you're following along and you used Codex Gray from GW, or you know, maybe you're using from the Reaper paint pots, you can always just add some white to the gray that you used on the last step. For that matter, you could start with a dark gray. You could even make it by mixing black and white, and you know, you could do all three of these layers with that. But that requires, you know, consistency. So make sure you mix up enough to get all the way around the miniature, or it could look funny with all these different shades of gray here. You know, one shade gray on the front, and then on the back a different one. You know, it could look funny. So we'll let that dry, and then we'll do the very bottom of it later with just pure white, just like not even a quarter of the way up, all along the bottom edge. Okay, so we're going to... The hell do you have, dog? Oh, just got a new dog a few weeks ago, a rescue dog. It's a pit bull. She's really nice to people, but she hates other animals. Anyway, and I thought she had an animal, but it was like a brown stuffy doll thing that my wife got. Anyway, what we're going to do next is we're going to stain all the blue rocks with this Citadel blue stain, and here we go. I mean, I'm just taking it straight out of the cap, you know, straight out of the bottle basically, and just going over the rocks. And as you can see, I'm using this stain because this stain is totally unmodified. It comes right from Games Workshop like this. It's not a candy stain, and it's not super dark. It is more of a natural stain. You could easily use this on skin if you were doing some kind of blue skinned thing, you know, like perhaps if we were making these orcs have blue skin, we would have started like this with this you know, model color blue-gray, and then hit them with this stain right here. Really like these stains, some of them, because they're kind of unique colors. Like this one in particular, because it's more of a here, let me tilt the camera up here. It's more, I don't know if the camera's really capturing what I'm talking about, but it's more of a natural blue. That's the only way I can say it. It's more of a base, natural, more of like a clothing, or like I already explained, like be a good skin stain or something like that. And my son is crying, so good time to cut and go to the next thing. Okay, so here we are, back to the basing. Okay, this stain is custom. This stain, I made it from Snakebite Leather Games Workshop, water, and the Games Workshop stain called Ball Red, or I don't know, Bale Red, or whatever the hell they're trying. It's B-A-L-L. Whereas I get the bottle around here somewhere, but probably most of you even already know what I'm talking about. I don't gotta show it to you, but there it is. So it is like a third that, maybe 20% snakebite leather, and then I filled it the rest of the way with water. Okay, so to kind of get this like orange stain to just go over all of the sorry for this out of focus thing, man. To just get all of these rocks that I picked out with bleached bone, and just stain over them with this custom stain. It kind of breathes a little more life into them. We're going to go over all the rocks on the base with a very dark brown stain, but that stain is going to be very thin, so it's going to go into the deepest cracks, leaving the colors above the cracks still visible, yet still putting a darker hue on everything else, if that makes any sense to you. You know, it'll darken up the primary colors, and then put you know, make the cracks even darker. So you will still be able to see these stains and these primary colors, but it'll blend the whole base together a lot better.